Cam, during your recruiting spiel, you mentioned a name in Malik Young.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that hit you pretty hard. You probably had an idea that it was headed toward that conclusion in regards to his career. Unfortunately, we got the news officially a couple of weeks ago that is pretty much the end of his football career. Just your thoughts about Malik Young, and also I know it's difficult to project right now because you may get two elite corners, you may get one, you may get none. But let's say you get something reasonable in the middle. What is the impact of Young's loss?
Yeah, that one kind of came out of left field for me. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew he left early. I want to say first quarter, second quarter from the bowl game against Wisconsin, and was ruled out for that game with a neck injury and everything. Okay, those things happen. You move on, and it comes a couple weeks after the season. And then, maybe about 10 days ago, the news broke that he was going to require career-ending surgery, which he actually just had yesterday, I want to say. The surgery, which was successful, by the way. And before I go any further, Malik Young, by all of the reports, including what was said by the University of Miami, he will be able to lead a normal life. So he will be, he'll be able to walk around, he'll be able to run, he'll be able to go work out, he can do all those things, or a lot of those things, maybe working out in a different way, but he won't be able to play the game of football. So I know that is probably tough for him. It was tough for me to hear because you have a young man who, was playing very well, physically gifted. He was fast. He had some big plays in games and things. And then, you have a lifelong dream taken away from you in the snap of an eye, or, of the whisk of an eyelash, or the blink of an eye, I should say. That's tough. So, we wish him the best as he recovers from his neck surgery and he moves forward. But that's a big loss for Miami on the field. He was going to be a starting caliber player, probably lock down one of the starting cornerback spots on the field for 2018. So that matters. It's a big detraction from the team. So, the first thing that you have to look at are the guys on campus. So that means Javante Dean needs to step up and become at least a rotational player. He was a JUCO guy, was committed to Alabama last cycle until the last second. There's, you can say Alabama dropped him or Miami poached him, whatever you want to say. Either way, he's in Coral Gables, but he only played 100-something snaps this year. That's not going to be good enough for you. Michael Jackson, who was should have been first-team All-ACC, he needs to step up and continue that kind of play. Trajan Bandy needs to continue to step up his kind of play, but Bandy's only 5'8", so you're not going to put him against a taller wide receiver. So now that means you got to look at the new guys who are on campus. DJ Ivey is pretty much a young Artie Burns. He's had that comparison for a while. I've said that. Other people who have seen him play have said that. Artie Burns, who went to Miami, was a first-round draft pick, 6'1", 180 pounds, really long arms, good hips, great coverage, all those kind of things, yeah. So you want DJ Ivey to come in and then play. He's going to have to play. Also, Gilbert Frierson from Coral Gables High School, which is right down the road from the University of Miami in the city of Coral Gables, Florida. He could play outside at corner or inside at safety. And he's like 6'1.5", almost 6'2", probably about 190 pounds. And he's really that height, length, speed combination player like a Javante Dean. But he's going to have to step up and play snaps also. So those 5 guys are really, really, really going to have to play. Now, on top of that, to replace not only Malik Young, but also D. Delaney, who, is gone to the NFL because he graduated, was a grad transfer, but specifically talking about Malik Young in that he had eligibility left and, obviously had his career ended prematurely. You're really looking to bring in Pat Surtain Jr. or more likely would be Tyson Campbell. That would be a home run. Obviously, we already have those guys, other guys on campus, but you want to bring in one of those guys because they're 5-star day one, A1 players. They are prototypical height, speed, technique. They've learned from Chad Wilson, who was a former Miami defensive back. His sons, Marco and Quincy Wilson, both went to Florida. One is in the NFL now in Quincy. The other one, Marco, started as a true freshman. Then their head coach was Pat Surtain, Sr., who played in the league and was an all-pro 2 times. So you have this wealth of knowledge and skill that has been passed down to Campbell and Surtain Jr. So you really want one of them. Also, you have Nigel Bethel from Miami Northwestern. he played mainly wide receiver this year, but he has the ability to play defensive back. And I think that he will have to either be a return man, and I think he can do that because he's fast, and he could also play defensive back. I don't necessarily see him finding snaps on offense just because the skill position players at Miami are so talented that I'm not confident that he would like leapfrog them on the depth chart. But yeah, you know, there are options. So when you look at the guys who are already returning, the veterans, and that being Dean, Jackson, and Bandy, they got to step up. And then when you look at the younger guys who are coming in, Ivey, Frierson, probably Bethel, hopefully Surtain or Campbell, that should be a good cornerback room, especially when you pair that with the safeties that are there. But some kind of combination of those factors or those players, that's what's going to help to settle the cornerback spot and then also cover for the loss of Malik Young, like I said, to his career-ending injury.